welcome to my channel. Okay, today's video is going to be about my labor and delivery of when I had my son, Jaden Mendoza. I had him on June the 11th of 2018. So yeah, let's start off like how I kind of knew how I was like almost finding I was going into labor. Okay, Friday the 8th, it came by, right? And I had to go pee real quick. So I was like in the couch just chilling and everything. And I was at my mom's house. So I had to go pee and I was like, crap, like me levanté así en chinga y corrí al baño cuz your girl had to pee. So and then I went to go pee, right? So tell me, you guys, I like look at my panties and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, ¿qué es esto? And I'm just like, are you serious? Like, what is this? So I yelled at my mom. I'm like, Amá, like, ven. And like, ella viene en chinga desde el. Yo creo que estaba fuera del patio, or I don't know, del porche or whatever. Y viene corriendo. She's like, ¿qué? ¿Qué pasó? And I'm just like, esto es normal. And like, I show her like the gooey thingy that was on my panties, and she was like, yo no sé, like, yo no sé qué es eso, ya a lo mejor te van a salir cosas porque pues ya menos vas a tener al niño, and this and that. And I was just like, no, like, this is not normal, like, you know. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I ignored it. I cleaned myself, whatever. I washed my hands, whatever. So I went back to like sitting down on the couch, right? And like my mom was just like, ya párate de allí porque nomás te la pasas sentada o acostada. Like, ya camina para que ya vayas dilatando más. Because let me tell you guys, I was just 1 centimeter, just one. So my mom was like, you need to start walking, like, because you need to have this baby now. Like, we were all like, yeah, desesperados, even though I was like 39 weeks. On Monday, I was 40 weeks when I had my son. Right on 40 weeks, I had him. But yeah, so she's like, ya levante. I'm like, okay, ya ahorita, like, I was like, whatever. I texted my homegirl and I was like, hey, is this, like, I had got this gooey thing that came out. I was like, is this normal? And she texted me back real fast. And I asked her because she already has one son and she was pregnant at the time as well. And we were not that far along, me and her. But yes, and so I texted her and she's like, oh, she told me what was it called. I forgot. But it's, I don't know, it's a gooey little thing. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So I look it up, right? I'm like looking it up, like searching it up, I mean. And I'm like, okay. And it says, you guys, it says that I'm about to go into labor, or either in 1 or 2 weeks, I'm going into labor. Like, I was like, what? Like, how is this happening? And letting you guys know, my OBGYN told me, Wednesday you're gonna come in, you're going into the hospital because we're gonna induce you to have your baby, since my baby's water was like really low, and that was bad because that's like part of their oxygen for them to breathe. So they were like, it's really really low, and like we won't have to wait much longer. So I was like, okay. So, and I remember I told him, but what if like I have like, what if I like get my contractions, like, what if like, yeah, I start getting my contractions way before the Wednesday when you are gonna induce me. And he was like, then you go into the hospital, you're already registered, so they're gonna know who you are and they're gonna take you real quick. So I was like, okay. So that happened, right? And I'm like freaking out. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, this can't be true, and whatever, And let me tell you, I was pretty good. Like, I was feeling good. I was like, with so much energy, like never before. And so I started getting up and I started walking outside with my mom, like front and back, like just walking and walking and walking a lot. And I think we did like seis vueltas, like around her whole yard. And like, let me tell you, my mom lives like in a big rancho, okay? So that hole was long. And I was like, okay, ya me cansé. Like, quiero tomar agua and like, tengo que miar. And she's like, okay, whatever, you know? So we stopped and Saturday came. Like I said, everything was fine, everything was normal. My baby daddy had came to my mom's house and we were just there. I think we went to the movies, I'm not quite sure. And then we went to go eat and we just went back to my mom's house. So anyways, Sunday came and I remember I had got up, I took a shower, I was getting ready, and he plays soccer every Sunday, right? I told him que yo no iba a ir porque, girl, it was hot outside. It was really, really hot. So I was like, I'm fucking pregnant. I'm not, no way I am going to a game in this weather. And so I told him, like, I was like, nah, like, I can't, like, I'm not going, like, I'm gonna just go with my mom and my family. We're gonna go to the flea market because my padrino has, like, a stand kind of thing, que vende bautizos and, like, all this stuff, you know, for, like, primera comunión, like, dresses, like, everything. He sells all those type of things. So, if y'all need anything, like, a bautizo thing or, like, confirmación or whatever, the books, whatever, like, hit me up, and I'll give y'all my uncle's information or my madrina's information for y'all can go and visit it, check it out, and yeah. But anyways, so yeah, that happened, right? And he was like, okay, like, está bien, like, yo paso por ti en la tarde, o like, que te lleven a un lugar, y yo paso ahí, o yo te recuerdo donde estés. So I'm just like, okay, cool, sounds like a deal. So he left to his soccer game and I left with my family. We went to the flea market. I was totally fine, guys. I was totally fine. Like, I never felt anything, like, not one bit of pain the whole Sunday, right? So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, this is normal, I guess. And we went to Cici's Pizza, right, to go eat. Oh, my Lord. And me atasqué de pizza. Like, I was eating and eating and eating. Like, I've never ate since, like, Friday or Saturday. And I was like, you know, my family were like, damn, like, si tenías hambre? And I'm like, So I was, like, eating and, like, getting plate after plate. Like, all this, right? And we get out and they're like, okay, mija, like, pues ya, like, te vemos el miércoles cuando tengas a tu niño, since we told him that I was going to get induced Wednesday. So they were all telling me, yeah, te vemos el miércoles, la, right? So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I was like, okay, está bien, I los miro, whatever. And anyways, later on, dropped me off here at my apartment, and my baby daddy was pulling out, like, from the parking lot. He was barely gonna pull out. He was like, get in the truck, and I'm just like, what? So I get in the truck, y ahí está atrás mi cuñada, mi cuñado, and, like, her son and my two sobrinos. Well, his sobrinos were in the back. And so yeah, they were on their way to go drop off the two sobrinos, the brother and sister, to his brother's house. They were gonna go drop them off. So he's like, ya lo vamos a dejar, y lo vamos a dejar a mi hermana. And I was like, okay, like, it's cool. And shit you not, guys, like, on my lower back, it was painful. Like, I started getting pains, like, in and out. And I was like, what? Like, what is, like, I was just, like, so confused, but I ignored it. I never told anything to my sister-in-law, to my boyfriend, anything, you know. I never mentioned it or anything. So I was like, okay, whatever, this is gonna go away. So we dropped them off, and then, well, me saludaron. They're like, ay, ya mero. And I'm like, sí, ya mero, like, you know. So that went by. I remember when we came back home, I took my makeup off, I got into the shower, and I was, like, constantly going into the restroom. Like, I just barely went, and, like, I iba otra vez. Like, girl, like, this shit was bad. Like, And I've never went through that. Like, I've never went through, like, I just got out the restroom y, like, 2 minutos después, I voy para atrás. Like, I never literally went through that. But I finally did. And I was like, what? Like, you know? And he was like, ¿estás bien? I'm like, sí, amor, estoy bien. Like, whatever, you know? And, like, we were in bed. And, like, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, I started feeling so much pain, like, pressure, and you know, like waking up like literally every 2 hours or every 1 hour just to go to the damn restroom. Y sabiendo que me daba dolores. And like, I would tell my baby dad, I was like, ay, amor, like, mi panza me duele. And like, but we never, like, it never came across our minds that our baby was coming. So I was like, oh, like, me duele, like, you know, and he's like, es que vayamos. I was like, no, like, I didn't like the part when they would, like, check me to see how far I dilated, y que no esté dilatando, me van a mandar para atrás. I was like, fuck no. So, yo le dije, no va a ser eso, like, no va a ser eso, right? And he was like, okay, está bien. And, it was 6 in the morning, guys. I remember his alarm went off and I was like in pain. I was like, oh my Lord. And I was like, no, like, esto va a pasar, right? And so, and I had went to the restroom. I came back and I was like, ooh, like I was breathing. I was like, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, you know? And he left and he's like, ¿segura que no quieres que me quede para llevarte al doctor? And I was like, no, like, está bien, like, you know, like, I'm fine, like, se va a pasar, you know, for him not to miss work. So I was like, no, está bien, estoy bien, whatever, you know. And so he's like, okay, está bien. So the minute he left, guys, oh my God, girls, like, out of nowhere, I started feeling really, really bad contractions. And I was like, oh my God, like, girls, I was dying. I was like, ay, Dios mío, like, I was like, just like, sobando mi panza. And I'm like, guys, yo, like, and I was like counting my contractions on my phone on this app. And I was like, okay. And I called my OBGYN and I told him, he's like, how far are they? And I was like, 3 minutes to 4 minutes. And they're like, oh, you need to go. And I was like, okay. But I was just like, nah, like, I can't just go, like, porque a lo mejor I'm just like barely 1 centimeter, like, o dos o tres, ya yo ya me estoy muriendo aquí, like, you know. I was like, I need to go, like, whenever I'm like a little bit more open, así para ya nomás get there and like pop this baby out, right? But no, la niña se quería esperar. Y like I tell you guys, I was like screaming. I was like, like, you know, like I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. And I thank God my pañalera was like ready to go. So, but anyways, le hablé a mi cuñada. Guys, estoy tan agradecida que mi cuñada vive aquí a la vuelta de mi casa. So, like, le hablé a mi cuñada, le dije, Juanita, like, ven, por favor, like, me está doliendo bastante, ya, yo creo que voy a tener al niño. And, like, she's like, oh, like, she got so excited, like, oh, I couldn't believe it either, like, yo voy a tener a mi bebé. And so, like, ella viene con su niño. And I think, yeah, like, yo creo que estaban en vacaciones, o sí, porque ya había salido su niño de la escuela, so vinieron, right? Y me trajo como un té de chocolate, and she was like, tómatelo para que dilatas más, and all this, right? This Mexican stuff. So I'm just like, okay, like, I was drinking it, and she's like, cuando te sientes un dolor, squat down. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay, whatever. So I followed her rules, whatever. I was drinking it, like, como si nada. And it was like, ugh, like, sabía más o menos feo. But I was like, okay, pero whatever. Like, nomás con total de sacar a este niño para afuera. Like, nomás llegar al hospital y tenerlo y ya basta. So, like, ya me dice, and I'm like, okay, like, and she's like, tranquilízate, and I'm like, okay, like, and then, like, pain would come, and I would squat down, and she was like, that they hadn't ate, like, no breakfast, right? Y yo les dije, si quieren, vayan a agarrar algo de almorzar, like, en eso yo me meto a bañar, y así, you know, para que ya los vayamos. She was like, okay, whatever. So, ya, aquí dejó su niño, right? Y I'm like, okay, Uri, like, me voy a meter a bañar, como que si tocan, pues va a ser tu mamá. O nomás grita quién y pues te va a decir que es tu mamá. She's like, okay, está bien. So I go into the shower. I'm like, so much pain. I'm just like, like, just like breathing and like, me estaba muriendo. And like, I came out, I was like, nah, like, yeah, fuck this, like, ya me voy a salir, ya. Entonces ya me salí, me cambié y me puse unos sweats y todo. Ya llegó ella y se puso a comer. She's like, ay, no te quise traer nada porque no debes de comer, you know, porque vas a tener tu bebé. Like, no tienes que comer nada. And I'm like, está bien, like, ustedes coman, almuercen, whatever, you know. Like, I wasn't really hungry either. Like, I was just worrying about this baby to get out. And so, ya comieron y ya, like, yo todavía me estaba tomando mi té de chocolate. And I was like, ooh, like, squatting down, todo ese pedo, right? So, it came, like, yeah, they were, like, done eating their breakfast. Y ya me dijo, okay, ya, vámonos. Y fuimos a mi otra cuñada's house y le dejamos a su niño de mi otra cuñada, de Juanita. Se la dejamos allá con mi cuñada. Y porque ella también tiene dos, la niña y el niño. And so we dropped him off, right? Lo dejamos allí. Y ya me dijo mi cuñada, ay, ya lo vas a tener. And I was like, sí, ya. Like, you know, she's like, ay, pues buena suerte. And like, me estaban tocando mi panza. Y ya mi cuñada was like, and I was, like, mi cuñada Juanita, ella es la que estaba manejando, like, la que me iba a llevar al hospital. And I was just like, whoo, like, me daban dolores. And I was like, oh, like, and then mi cuñada Blanca, she was like, okay, ya váyanse, ya, you know. So, ya, los fuimos y todo el camino I was like, oh, like, I was just like, it was so painful, like, it was like cramps, but like 10 times worse. And I was like, oh, like, ya nunca voy a tener bebés. Like, I was like, gritándole a mi cuñada, like, ya no voy a tener bebés. Like, ya no, like, eso es muy feo. Like, and she was just laughing. Y ya llegamos al hospital y pues ya, me subieron luego, me dijeron que fuera al segundo piso y todo. Y llegué y ya les dije y me monitoraron el baby. Y ya me estuvieron diciendo, que ok, que pues sí, que ya, que iba a tener mi baby, que me iba a quedar. And I was like, oh my God, okay, yeah. Like, yeah. So then later on, they tell me, they're like, okay, are you gonna want the Epidural? And I'm like, no. It's like, how bad this pain is, like, I'm not gonna get it. Like, I'm gonna have this baby natural, like, with nothing on, just medication and the IV. And they're like, okay, but if you change your mind, I was like, I'm not gonna change my mind. Like, I'm not, like, I know what I said. And they're like, okay. So they take me into the room. They check how far I was dilated. Guys, I was like 5 centimeters. And I went from 1 to 5. So that's how a bitch was hurting really bad. So then that happened. And I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, you know. My cuñada was like afuera de mi cuarto, I think. Porque no le dejaban pasar. Porque me estaban haciendo chequeos y todo este pedo. So like I was like, okay, I'll text you whenever, like, or I'll call you like as soon as they get out, or you know, así diciendo. I was like, okay, está bien, aquí te voy a esperar. And she was outside con mi pañalera and everything, and they were like over here checking me and like asking me questions and all this stuff. And I was like in so much pain. I was like, oh my Lord. They were sticking the IV in, everything, taking blood out, like todo eso es despapalle, right? So ya por fin le dije, okay, ya te puedes meter, Juanita. Like, I told one of the nurses también, like, can y'all go call my sister-in-law? Like, she's waiting outside. And they're like, yeah. So ya se entró. Yeah, I called my mom. And I'm like, Ama, ya voy a tener mi bebé. Like, ya estoy en el hospital. My mom lives 1 hour away from me, guys. 1 hour. So she's like, oh, segura. And I was like, sí, ya estoy segura. Like, ya lo voy a tener. She was like, okay, ya ahorita voy para allá. So yeah, se dejó venir, right? And yeah, we were constantly waiting. I called my baby daddy también. I'm like, ya lo voy a tener. Like, ya necesito que te vengas de trabajar. And so my cuñada that stayed with the kids, she went to go pick him up because they all live in a van. So he had nowhere to come back. So my sister-in-law went to go pick him up. Lo llevó a la casa. And he took a shower. He got like stuff ready también. And se dejó venir ya en su troca. Se dejó venir al hospital. And like, my house from the hospital was like almost 30 minutes. Not kind of, but like, yeah, kind of 30 minutes. And ya se dejó venir and ya estaba ahí conmigo. Y ya, y luego de rato llegó mi mamá. And I was so much in pain. And I was like, no, like, this is not normal. Like, like, I was in so much pain, right? And so then after that, what happened? They put some other anesthesia, not anesthesia, more like pain medicine into my IV. and I shit you not, guys, like I was so dizzy, like I don't know why I got so dizzy. I got like so like como que me iba, like I was like roll. I felt like my eyes in the back of my head. Like I was like, oh my god. And I heard my mom and my cuña, no te duermas, Ashley, no te duermas, no te duermas. And I was just like, yeah, but I'm listening to y'all guys, because they were talking about something, and then they just saw me like, you know, falling asleep, and then like, no te duermas. I'm like, no, like I'm not falling asleep. Pero ya con mis ojos cerrados casi and everything. Y yo así hablando, like, no, no me voy a dormir. And I was like, yo las estoy escuchando. I don't know, like, I blanked out. Like, I fell asleep, I guess. And I did not feel anything. Y ya de rato me despierto. And mama was like, te dije que no te dormías. Like, everybody was so mad at me because I fell asleep. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, ¿qué querían que hiciera? Like, pues me entró sueño. But that was actually calming down a little bit of the contractions, you know, of the pain. So I was like, whatever. Like, if I need this shit again, they're gonna have to put it again. Because that was good. That worked really good. So then after that, the lady came back again to check, and I was already like 8 centimeters. I was so close, like so close already to having my baby. And they're like, okay, when you hit 10 centimeters, where doctor's coming in, and you're gonna have to push and already like have the baby. And I was like, okay, yeah. And like, en nombre sea de Dios, like que todo salga bien, like, you know, like. Y ya todo ese pedo, y mi cuñada se fue porque pues llegó su marido a la casa y pues tenía que ir a abrirle. Y ya se fue, y she's like, pero no te preocupes, voy a venir de rato. I'm like, okay, pues te vienes, like, you know. She's like, sí, me voy a venir. So that happened, right? And out of nowhere, like I fell asleep and time went by again, and with the medicine, and my sister-in-law, she was already coming. And I remember, like, I woke up, and then the doctor checked me again, and he was like, oh, you're 10 centimeters, you're like, baby time now, you know. I was so like scared. I was like, what, like having the baby, like, yeah, mi mom estaba emocionando, like mi baby daddy, like, okay, amor, like, yeah, ya vamos a tener el niño aquí, ya va a estar aquí, primero Dios, you know. And we're like, sí, 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 yeah. And oh yeah, letting you guys know, I did not got the Pedora, okay? So don't say, oh shit, you got the Pedora. No, I did not got it, because I don't want that back pain on me, okay? I see it on my mom a lot now, that she has a lot of back pain in the back, and I'm just like, no, I don't want that. So yeah, I didn't got it. So anyways, that happened, right? So I had went into, they called the doctors like to come in, but porque me checó una nurse, sorry, it wasn't a doctor, it was a nurse. So me checó la nurse, y he had fue, dije a mi OBGYN, he got here, everything, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, it's about to go down, like I'm gonna have my baby. So they were like, put me at the end of the, like in the end of the bed, and like I put my legs up así, and I'm just like, and like, pues todo se abrió, right? And they're like, okay, ya vas a empujar, y así cuando tenga un contraction vas a puchar. And like, let me tell you, I was having contractions like bad. I was like, oh my lord, like, and I had them and I had them and I had them. So I was pushing and pushing, and like they told me, you need to push down, like not up. And like I was like, how the hell is that even possible? Like I was like, I am pushing down. And like when I started pushing down, like if I was like gonna shit, I was like, oh, okay, now I know what they're talking about. And so por eso mi cuñado no quería que comiera, porque cuando no empuja y quieren que empuja hacia abajo, pues para que no salga nada de tu shit, nada de nada. So that's why I was like, congrats to my cuñada, she let me know that. So yeah, like I was pushing, and like I think I did like 5 pushes, and he came out. Like as soon as I heard him crying, I was like, like ya lo hice, ya está mi niño aquí. Like I started crying and crying and crying, and like my baby was like, ya está aquí, amor, like. And this and that, like my mom, like también, they were so happy, like ya está aquí el niño, ya está aquí Jaden. And like, you know, they put him on me like skin to skin, and I was like felt it, and I was like crying and crying. And like my baby también, we were all, both of us, like crying, and we give the baby back obviously. And then they were like cleaning me or whatever. And yeah, like they went to go measure him, they weighed him. He was 7 pounds with 10 ounces, guys. And he was 21.5 inches long. So my baby was pretty big, but he didn't weigh that much. But ahorita ya pesa like 24 libras. So I didn't really stress it or anything. But yeah, like And that's how my labor and delivery story went. And yeah, hope you guys like this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And if y'all want more story times or any other videos, just comment down below and let me know what type of videos y'all want, or makeup looks or whatever, because I do makeup as well. So yeah, bye guys.